Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, October 7 reveal that Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, has a special request for Hope Logan, Annika Noel elsewhere, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, shares jaw-dropping news with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Let's start off with Deke. Fans met the young man, who is living with and in a relationship with Remy Price, Christian Weissman. While Remy has his own checkered history, Deke was more concerned about being associated with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Deke has learned that Luna is alive. While she was booted out of the apartment, Bill Spencer, Dawn Diamond, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom, are determined to keep Luna a secret. At least until they find out if Will is really the father of Luna's baby. It is teased that Deke will turn to Hope for a special request. When Deke sees Hope at Forrester Creations, they will quickly catch up. Then Deke will have a special request for his half-sister. Hope just got her fashion line back, so Deke might be hoping to snag a spot on the design team. In a weekly preview clip, Deke explains he just needs a leg in the door. It is also stated that as the week progresses, Deke will wonder how long he can keep the truth from Hope. Now, is he talking about Remy or about Luna? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, October 7 reveal that Ridge will stop by to see Taylor. Even though Deacon Sharp, Shin Cannon, just had a counseling session with her, there are some things she doesn't know. Expect Ridge to share shocking news about Luna tricking Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, into sleeping with her. Fans can expect Ridge's news about Luna's baby to stun Taylor. At that time, she will likely also learn that Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Bill Spencer, Dawn Diamond, are harboring the dead fugitive until a paternity test can be done. However, will Taylor and Ridge decide it's best not to alert Steffi until they get more information? Both of them know that Steffi should be aware that Luna is still alive, even if it does scare the brunette. However, it is hinted that Taylor and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, agree to deceive Steffi. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises emotional connections, heart-stopping revelations, and a few uneasy truths bubbling to the surface. Relationships are shifting, loyalties are being tested, and family secrets are inching closer to exposure. As the Los Angeles elite navigate love, loss, and legacy, every whispered word has the power to change everything. Hope Logan's world has been spinning faster than she can handle lately. Her relationship with Thomas ended in heartbreak. Her career at Forrester Creations is uncertain after design conflicts, and her mother Brooke is too wrapped up in Ridge's drama to notice her emotional unraveling. But on Tuesday's episode, Hope finds herself gravitating toward an unexpected source of comfort, her estranged father, Deacon Sharp. Hope arrives at Il Giardino in the early morning hours, her eyes red-rimmed from another night of restless sleep. Deacon is behind the counter, polishing glasses, trying to ignore the hollow feeling in his chest, ever since Sheila's name began resurfacing in hushed whispers around town. At first, the conversation is stiff. Years of complicated history hang between them, his criminal past, his absences, and the constant cycle of disappointment. But when Deacon gently places a cup of coffee in front of Hope and asks, "You okay, kiddo?" the dam breaks. Hope admits that she feels lost. "I thought I knew who I was, what I wanted," she says quietly. "Now everything feels temporary, like I'm standing on quicksand." Deacon's heart aches. For all his faults, he's always wanted to be the kind of father Hope could rely on. He tells her, "You don't have to have all the answers. Life doesn't come with a script, just choices, and you've always made yours with heart." The vulnerability between them reignites something powerful, a genuine connection. It's emotional, raw, and long overdue. In a heartfelt twist, Hope even asks her father for advice about love. She admits she's confused about her feelings for Thomas, and that part of her still feels drawn to Liam, despite their painful past. Deacon tells her not to chase someone who makes her question her worth. His words hit home. "The right man won't make you doubt yourself, Hope. He'll remind you why you're enough. Their reunion is interrupted when Finn walks in, searching for Deacon about Sheila's latest legal issue. But before he can speak, Finn observes the tender father-daughter moment and quietly steps aside, realizing Hope might be getting something she's needed all along, a parent who truly listens. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Ridge Forrester gathers his family and top executives for a meeting that stuns everyone. The conference room is filled with tension. Steffi, Brooke, Carter, and Eric are all seated, waiting for Ridge to begin. Ridge stands at the head of the table, his expression unreadable. He's been unusually quiet since returning from his business trip to Paris, where he reportedly met with international designers. But what he reveals next shocks even Brooke, who thought she'd heard it all. Ridge announces that he's stepping back, temporarily, from his leadership role at Forrester Creations. Gasps fill the room. Brooke's eyes widen. "What are you talking about, Ridge? You are Forrester Creations." But Ridge is resolute. "I've spent my life building this brand, but I've also made mistakes, personal and professional. I need time to figure out what comes next. Forrester needs a new perspective." That new perspective comes in the form of a surprise choice. Ridge appoints Steffi and Hope as co-leads of the fashion house's two main lines, effectively making them equals in creative power. The room erupts with chatter. Brooke looks horrified, while Steffi glances at her father in disbelief. "Hope and I haven't exactly been on the same page," Steffi admits, her tone cautious. "Are you sure about this, Dad?" Ridge nods. "You two represent the future, the next generation of Forrester innovation. You don't have to agree on everything, but you need to learn how to coexist." Brooke doesn't hide her frustration. "You're setting Hope up for another fall. Steffi has every advantage here, the name, the loyalty, the board." But Ridge cuts her off with a firm voice. "This isn't about advantage. It's about evolution." As Brooke storms out of the room, Carter quietly remarks that Ridge's decision might be the most daring thing Forrester Creations has seen in years. But behind Ridge's confident exterior lies a deeper truth. He's hiding something. Later, alone in his office, Ridge opens his desk drawer and pulls out an envelope marked "Private, Taylor." Inside is a document that could shatter everything. A potential legal change involving his shares in Forrester Creations. Is Ridge planning to transfer power permanently? And does Taylor know? Across town, Dr. Taylor Hayes sits in her office, lost in thought. Her phone buzzes repeatedly with missed calls from Ridge, but she can't bring herself to answer. Something weighs heavily on her, something she discovered during her last therapy session with one of her most complex patients, Luna Nozawa. Luna's sessions have revealed details about manipulation, emotional abuse, and family pressure, all of which point back to someone Taylor knows well, Leigh Finnegan. Taylor is torn between her duty as a therapist and her loyalty to Finn and Steffi. If she reports what Luna confided, she could damage Finn's family. But if she stays silent, she could be complicit in the pain Luna continues to endure. Her internal monologue is gripping. "I've spent my career helping people face their truth. But what happens when the truth could destroy people I love?" Things become more complicated when Ridge unexpectedly drops by her office. He's hoping for guidance, and perhaps something more. Their chemistry still lingers, even after all the years and heartbreak. But as Ridge begins to open up about his decision to step away from Forrester, Taylor realizes something's wrong. "This isn't just about the company, is it?" she asks softly. Ridge avoids her gaze. "I'm trying to do what's right, for everyone." Then Taylor drops her own bombshell. She's considering leaving Los Angeles again. "I don't know if I belong here anymore," she confesses. "Every time I try to do the right thing, someone ends up hurt." Ridge is stunned. He pleads with her to stay, but Taylor's voice trembles with conviction. "If I stay, I'll be forced to choose between what I know is right and the people I love. I can't do that again." Their conversation grows emotionally charged. Ridge takes her hand, their eyes locking for a moment of unspoken connection. It's not romantic, not yet, but it's filled with nostalgia and regret. Before she can respond, Taylor receives a text from an unknown number. You don't know the whole truth about Luna. Meet me before you make your decision. The message shakes her to the core. Who sent it? And what could they possibly know that would sway her? Back at the Forrester mansion, Brooke vents to Donna and Katie about Ridge's decision. She paces the living room, her emotions boiling over. After everything Hope has been through, Ridge expects her to work side by side with Steffi? It's a setup for disaster, she fumes. Katie tries to calm her sister, suggesting that maybe Ridge is right. Maybe Hope and Steffi can find common ground. But Brooke isn't having it. No, I've seen this movie before. Steffi will undermine Hope at every turn. Then, in a moment of vulnerability, Brooke admits something she's never said aloud. Part of me wonders if Ridge ever really believed in Hope. Or if he only ever saw her as my daughter, not a true Forrester. Donna gently reminds her that Ridge loves Hope in his own way. But Brooke's frustration turns into determination. If Ridge won't protect Hope, I will. And I'm not above using a few Forrester secrets to do it. Her tone darkens. The Logan matriarch may be ready to play dirty again. A dangerous move that could reignite old rivalries. Unbeknownst to Brooke, Ridge overhears the tail end of her rant from the hallway. His expression hardens, realizing that the divide between the Logans and Forresters is far from healed. As evening falls, Deacon locks up Il Giardino and checks his voicemail, one from Sheila, recorded days before her disappearance. Her voice trembles. Deacon, if anything happens to me, don't trust anyone, not even the Forresters. He replays it several times, unsure whether it's a manipulative ploy or a genuine warning. But then his phone rings again, a private number. When he answers, a distorted voice says, "You think Sheila's gone? Think again, meet me tomorrow night, alone." Deacon's blood runs cold. His story suddenly intersects with Ridge's bombshell and Taylor's dilemma in ways no one sees coming. Meanwhile, Finn pays a visit to Taylor's office after hearing about her possible departure. He thanks her for being one of the few people who's ever understood him, and confides his growing doubts about his mother, Lai. Taylor listens carefully as Finn admits he's starting to believe Luna's side of the story. If Lee really did what Luna claims, I don't know who my mother is anymore. Taylor offers empathy and understanding, but she also senses that Finn is on the verge of doing something drastic. Be careful, she warns him. The truth has consequences. But Finn's determined, so does silence. In that moment, Taylor realizes that whether she stays or goes, the fallout from these family secrets will be explosive. As night descends over Los Angeles, each character faces a pivotal moment. Hope, sitting by her window, replays her father's advice and decides to reach out to Thomas. But before she can, she receives a message from Steffi. We need to talk about the future of Hope for the future. Tomorrow. Alone. Ridge, pouring himself a drink, stares at the document addressed to Taylor and whispers, "If she knew the truth, she'd never forgive me." Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our BOLD and BU2FULUPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.